What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. I'm your host, the Red Ranger, from my new dorm, cell, however you want to talk about it. Don't worry, that's not my front door. That's my bathroom door, so it's not that small. But we're not here to talk about my space. We're here to talk about Geek. We had all our debut matches, our returning matches done. Now it's time for people to start building up their records. We have an interesting matchup here. We have Joe Farrelly versus Isaac Morisette. Joe, very dominating first win, getting a KO. The only one in the rookie class this season to get a KO. And then you have Isaac. Isaac struggled a little bit in his match. He still pulled out the win. I know he's hungry to come in and play again. So let's talk to these guys real quick, see how they're feeling. Going to speak first to Mr. Joe Farrelly. Joe, like I said, man, dominating first match, only KO of this year's rookie class. How does that feel?
It feels good. Going into that match, a lot of people were telling me, and I'd seen it for myself, that how dangerous Kaiser is. And I've seen him play since. He is very dangerous. Maybe the questions were in my favor. I know the wheel certainly was. But got the win, did what I needed to do, and I'm ready to do the same today.
Absolutely, and this is what I'm going to be doing from now on for the season, just to make sure everybody's paying attention. Joe, have you actually looked at the movies that fall under the new categories this season?
I think we saw in the last match that I definitely have. Anyone who's seen my letterboxd knows that I have. I only use my letterbox for things I've never seen before, though, so I like to keep that little mystery about what no one knows what I'm rewatching. People just know what I'm watching for the first time. But I've been looking at that list. It's a good list. The last one I watched, I enjoyed, but I won't say what that was just yet.
All right, we'll talk about that later. But good luck to you today. We will see you in just a bit as we speak with your opponent, Mr. Isaac Morisette. Isaac, welcome back. Like I said, man, I know how you were down on yourself after that first match. You didn't feel like you played your best, but you still came out with the win. And I know you said you were going to be ready for it, and you definitely have had the time. So how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling a lot more confident. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get this match because watching the KO was nice. I enjoyed that. And I want this.
All right. Now I have to ask you, Isaac, have you now started to peruse the movies that fall under these new categories to make sure you know what you might be in for?
Yeah. I've been there was a decent amount on the list that I had never seen even once. So knocking those out.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's go ahead and not waste any more of y'all's time. Gentlemen, we, of course, start with round number one. Round number one works like this. Each of you will receive the same 10 questions from throughout the world of Geek. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will show your answer and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there is a bonus question available. Keep in mind, for the entire match, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to each of you. With that being said, Joe, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Isaac, are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, we begin, gentlemen. Round number one. Question number 1 is going to come in the category of Marvel, non-MCU Marvel. What is Rogue's real first name in X-Men? I'm back to solo hosting today because, like an idiot, I forgot. Matches have to be made, but I should probably also include co-host in that thought process. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Joe.
Marie.
And Isaac?
I didn't have it.
All right, Marie is correct. Joe going up by 1. As we get into question number 2, this is now in the category of the MCU, so the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In what city do we see Claw and Killmonger steal a piece of vibranium from a museum in Black Panther? I hope to visit this city one day. Why, I can't say without giving it away. So we'll just leave it at that. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Isaac.
Cairo.
And Joe.
I can see it from my window and I'll buy you a drink. London.
London is correct. All right, gentlemen, your next question is going to come in the category of Middle Earth. Middle Earth. Who kills Keeley in Battle of the Five Armies? I like this movie more than most people. I'll always say it. Super Elf Jump. It got me excited in the theater. But I hate giant bats because I hate bats in general. So giant bats that basically look like pterodactyls, no thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe.
Bolg.
Isaac.
Bog.
Both correct. Isaac on the board right there. As we get into question number 4, this comes in the category of graphic novel movies. What graphic novel-based movie features the character of Tyler Rake, a Black Ops mercenary hired for a rescue mission? A good film, this one. I liked it better than I thought I would. Well, at least, the parts I can remember because I kind of fell asleep and I think I made up half the movie. So I have to watch it again to see if what I thought happened actually happened. And I hope it did because if it was a dream, it was a badass movie. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Isaac.
Extraction.
And Joe.
Extraction.
Both correct. Your 5th question, gentlemen, is going to come in the category of DC. This is DC outside of the DCEU. When the Flash movie comes out, who knows what the hell it's all going to mean. Your question. Who plays the titular character in 2005's Constantine? I enjoy this movie so much. It's one of those that snuck up on me as a kid before I really started paying attention to what was comic, what wasn't. This, I was like, damn, this is a comic? Some crazy stuff. And especially now that they're letting him interact with real heroes, quote unquote. It's kind of cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe.
Yeah, I really like this movie. Keanu Reeves.
And Isaac.
Keanu Reeves.
If either of you got it wrong, I'd automatically kick you out of this match, but that is correct. Keanu Reeves. All right, your next question, gentlemen. We are once again jumping multiverses. This is now Worlds of DC or the DCEU. What type of Kryptonian engine was used to destroy Zod's world engine in Man of Steel?
Guess you started writing World Engine before you finished the question.
It happens every time when I see you. It happens every time when I think of you. It happens every time. Oh, it's magic when we meet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. I'll be surprised if anyone can name that song, honestly, from that. Let's go to Isaac.
World Engine?
Joe.
Phantom Drive.
Phantom Drive is the correct answer. Your next question, gentlemen, comes in the category of comic book movies. So these are comic-based, just do not fall under DC or Marvel. What comic book movie unites a cast that includes Terrence Stamp, Thomas Kretschmann, David O'Hara, and Chris Pratt? I'm starting to like this movie less the more I watch it. I don't know why.
Repeat the question.
That is Isaac's first repeat. What comic book movie unites a cast that includes Terrence Stamp, Thomas Kretschmann, David O'Hara, and Chris Pratt? Making to say all these names correctly. There's just that one. There's always that one. But it's better than having to do like a Star Wars or Star Trek question and cannot pronounce the species or the planet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Joe.
Wanted.
And Isaac?
Didn't have it.
Wanted was the correct answer. This is question number 8, gentlemen. It's going to come in the category of the Wizarding World. What was the name of the group of people who rounded up so-called blood traders that also brought Harry and his friends to Malfoy Manor in the Deathly Hallows Part 1? Anybody else in the States who took advantage of, Harry Potter's all being in one place? That was like the best part of my vacation, just rewatching the Harry Potters finally beginning to end. I like Half-Blood Prince a lot better than I did the first time I saw it. I will admit that because I'm a big hater on that movie. 5, 4, 3, 2. Goblet of Fire still my favorite. 1. Pens down. We go to Isaac.
Snatchers.
And Joe.
Snatchers.
Both correct. Your penultimate question, gentlemen, is going to come in the aforementioned category of Star Wars. Star Wars. In Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the planet that Zoro Bliss and Babu Frick live on? Speaking of things I can't pronounce. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually not too bad. I've had worse. I've definitely had worse in this category. Kato Niamwada, like that one. Like, still can't say it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Joe.
That business on Kato Nemoidia doesn't count. Kajimi.
And Isaac?
I didn't have it.
Kajimi is correct. All right, and this is your last question, gentlemen. Joe, if you hit this, you will receive a bonus question. And the question comes on the opposite side of the galaxy in Star Trek. What song is played on the bagpipes at Spock's funeral in The Wrath of Khan? Better question. What song is played on any bagpipes in any movie? I'm sorry. I know it's round 1, but I'm sorry. I'm going to speak my mind sometimes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Isaac first.
Amazing Grace.
And Joe, I swear to God.
I love the way it transitions into James Horner's score. Amazing Grace.
That is correct for the perfect round for Mr. Farrelly. All right, Joe, as I said, there is one more question just for you. You don't have to write it down. Just answer it within the 15 seconds.
Let me just get my hands. There we go.
No worries. Thank you. All right. And Joe, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, your question. What MCU character said the quote, "Truth is a matter of circumstance"?
Damn quotes.
And 5, 4, 3.
T'Challa.
2. I'm sorry, say that one more time. I didn't catch it.
T'Challa.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Natasha Romanoff or Black Widow.
Cool.
All right. So no bonus question there, but Joe's still getting that perfect first 10 correct. Isaac with 5. Still anybody's game as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 works like this, gentlemen. I will now present y'all with the wheel. This wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. Whatever category you land on, you will receive 5 questions from that category, each worth 2 points. Not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, it takes the value down to 1. Keep in mind, you do have 1 respin allowed to you in this round, unless you land on villain's picks first, and there is stealing in this round. So, Joe, since you are in the lead, once I share the screen and give you the categories, you can decide whether you would like to spin first or defer to your opponent. And gentlemen, the categories for this evening are going to be Star Trek, Marvel, Worlds of DC, graphic novel movies, Middle Earth, Wizarding World, DC, and superhero movies. So, Joe, after hearing all the categories, would you like to spin first or defer?
We'll spin first, please.
All right, spin first. All right, Joe, this is your spin. And it lands on Middle Earth. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
Yeah, we'll keep that.
All right. Keeping that. And gentlemen, remember, both keep hands visible at all times during this round. As I get to the right category. Joe, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Your first question in category Middle Earth. In Fellowship of the Ring, while traveling on boats, the Fellowship passes 2 giant statues of ancient Gondorian kings. What is the name of this monument?
The Agonath.
That's correct for 2 points.
Elendil
Don't hurt yourself. Your next question.
I can't remember who they are. I remember it's mentioned in the animated one.
What creatures do Azog's orcs use to tunnel underground to Erebor in Battle of the 5 Armies?
Earth eaters or wereworms.
Earth eaters and wereworms, both acceptable answers. Your third question. In Desolation of Smaug, what's the name of the guard of Lake Town who performs a goods inspection on Bard's barge?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Braga, B, Colin, C, Percy, or D, Oliver.
C, Percy.
That's correct for 1 point. Your fourth question. What creatures sack Isengard along with Merry and Pippin in the 2 towers?
The Ents.
That's correct for 2 points. And your final question. What food item does Bilbo call his prize winners in An Unexpected Journey?
Yeah, multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, cherries, B, apples, C, peaches, or D, tomatoes.
D, tomatoes. Tomatoes.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Joe getting his score up to 18. Isaac having a lot of room to make up, but he'll have the opportunity to do so right now as we bring back up the wheel. And Isaac, this will be your spin. And it lands on Worlds of DC. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
He's still muted.
No.
I'll respin.
All right. Respin is away. Whatever it lands on this time, unless it's Middle Earth, you will be taking. And we're going to switch over from DC to Marvel. Be non-MCU Marvel will be your category. All right. Just a reminder, both gentlemen, keep your hands available. Well, visible. I don't know why I said available. But anyways, Isaac, are you ready?
Yep.
Your first question. In 2002's Spider-Man, what is the name of the doctor who helps Norman test the performance enhancers on himself?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Balkan, B, Fargus, C, Strom, or D, Slocum. Slocum, sorry.
B, Fargus.
That is incorrect. Joe, a chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Balkan, B, Fargus, C, Strom, or D, Slocum.
Dr. Strom.
That's correct for the 1 point steal. Your next question, Isaac. What is the first name of Matt Murdock's father in Daredevil? Five, four, three,
Matthew.
2.
Or
Joe, chance for a 2 point steal.
Jack.
That is correct for 2 points. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a point. Isaac still has 3 questions left. He must hit all 3 for 2 points in order to stay in the game. If he misses any of them, Joe will win via knockout. Isaac, are you ready for your third question? What species of alien is Boris the Animal in Men in Black 3?
I don't have it. I don't have it.
And your winner by way of knockout, Joe Farrelly. The answer we were looking for was Boglodyte. Boglodyte. Let's go ahead and talk to these gentlemen real quick. Isaac, hey man, like I said, I know how tough it is when questions just don't fall in your favor. Honestly, do you think you still made the smart move respinning?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
Like, do you feel more?
Probably not. I was trying to stay away from his strength.
No, 100%.
It turns out it didn't matter either way. So, I mean, hindsight's 2020.
No, 100%, man. No, and you're not wrong. I mean, you land on your opponent's strength. He already killed that first category. It completely makes sense that you're like, hell no, because hell no, he's probably gonna steal everything I missed. So I feel you, man. But you know what, man? You know what? You never quit. You put up a fight. You didn't let falling behind get you discouraged. You know.
Yeah, I realized.
I understand there at the end.
Yeah, I realized Jack right as I said Matthew.
Yeah.
Just a repeat moment, but
yeah,
it is what it is. And I knew what it did for the match, which is why I reacted the way I reacted. But hats off to him. He played phenomenally. He missed one question, which was a bonus question. Like he's still batting 1,000. So hats off to him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you know what, man? Like I said, like I told you before, this just ends your time for right now. But you're 1-1, so you're still going to be up there in the rankings when tournament time comes around. You're definitely going to be getting a match to see whether you or someone else gets into that tournament. So you know what, man?
Same record as Nico, I think, right?
Technically, Nico hasn't officially won a match yet. So if that makes you feel good, go right ahead, rub it in his face.
No, it doesn't. I want to get that back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll never know what happens down the road. We'll see. But good job tonight. We'll see you next time. All right, now coming in, Joe. It's been a while. It's been a while since 2 KOs in a row here. How's that feeling?
It feels pretty good. Look, I said before I played Kaiser that I felt bad that I missed out on testing last year, and I kept watching the matches, playing along, wishing that I hadn't missed testing and that I'd come in here. So I do want the shot. I want the shot at that title, and I'm making up for lost time.
No, absolutely. Well, I could definitely say, if I was, I know how the champ and his manager like to be, but if I was the champ, I'd be a little shaky right now because you're coming up a lot closer than they think. So, but yeah, we don't exactly have your next opponent left, but like I said, your next match will definitely be more than likely to get into a #1 contenders match. So, how are you feeling about that?
It feels good, but that being said, I'm yet to face Full Metal Geek's round 3 questions.
That is true.
So, what I can't afford to do here is get complacent, start thinking that I've got this in the bag, because I didn't think that for Kaiser, and I certainly didn't think that today. I prepped to answer those 5 pointers and everything else in between. And I'll continue to do that until I get to that title. And you know what? Even when I get to the title match, I'll still do it because it's Nick.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, as I said, congratulations once again. Good job on the match today, and we will see you at your next match.
Looking forward to it.
All right, everyone. That does it for us here at Full Metal Geek. One advantage of hosting by myself is I can just wrap all these things up real quick. Make sure you do all the nice things you're supposed to do to us. Like, subscribe, comment, even put a thumbs down, because at this point, as long as you're reacting to the video, I appreciate it. For everyone here, for Isaac, for the winner, Joe, I have been your host, the Red Ranger, RJ, Renee Villarreal Jr. We will see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.